Welcome. Tonight, we are going to a place where the land ends and the vast, quiet water begins. If your thoughts keep circling like waves at night, this is for you. You have been steering the ship all day. You have been watching the horizon, checking the gauges, managing the crew, and bracing for every shift in the wind. It is exhausting work, this constant vigilance. The work of holding everything together. But here, in this space we have created together, you don't have to steer anymore. The wheel can be locked. The engine can be cut. The sails can be lowered. You are safe to drift. Drifting is not failing. Drifting is an act of trust. It is the moment you stop fighting the current and let the deep water carry you. The lighthouse is awake. The light keeps its watch. It was watching before you arrived, and it will be watching long after you drift off to sleep. Tonight, you can rest inside the guidance that never sleeps. You can let go. You are safe here. Take a moment just to arrive. You don't need to be asleep yet. You don't even need to be relaxed yet. Just be here. Acknowledge that you have stopped moving. The day is done. The door is locked. The phone is down. The world is carrying on without your supervision. And it is doing just fine. Let's find your breath with the tide. We are not trying to force the air. We are not trying to conquer the breath. We will find a rhythm that is steady and slow. A rhythm that mimics the great ancient heave of the ocean. A breath that signals to your body that it is safe to rest. Imagine the shoreline at twilight. The waves are small. Rolling in with a gentle, hushed sound. and rolling out. Let's begin. The water is glassy and dark. Inhale softly as the wave rises. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Feel the air filling your lungs. Expanding your chest like a sail catching a gentle breeze. Hold the breath at the top, a moment of perfect, quiet stillness. Hold. 2. This is the suspension. The moment the wave hangs before it breaks. The moment the pendulum stops before it swings back. In this pause, there is no time. There is no urgency. And exhale slowly as the wave returns, letting the day go. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel the tide receding, pulling the sand, the pebbles, the debris of the day away from the shore, washing it clean. The sea breathes with you. The light still shines. Let's do that again. A gentle breath in, drawing in the cool, salty air of the coast. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. It is fresh. It is clean. It smells of deep water and vast distances. A quiet pause. Hold. 2. Hovering in the peace. And a long, slow sigh out. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let your shoulders drop. Let the sound escape your lips if it needs to. A sign of surrender. Now just let your breath find its own easy, natural rhythm. In and out. No effort at all. You are no longer doing the breathing. You are being breathed. Just as the ocean is breathed by the moon. Just as the earth is breathed by the seasons. You are part of a larger rhythm. Watch the breath as if you were sitting on a dune watching the water. You don't tell the waves when to crash. You just watch them. Notice the cool air touching your nostrils as you inhale. Notice the slightly warmer air leaving you as you exhale. This is the exchange. You take in what you need. You release what you don't, over and over. A cycle of mercy. Feel the surface beneath you, rising up to hold you. It is solid. It is stable. You don't need to hold yourself up. Gravity is a gift. It is the earth's way of hugging you close. Allow your body to feel heavy and supported. We are going to walk through the house of your body, turning off the lights in every room, one by one, shutting down the machinery. Bring your attention to the very top of your head, your scalp. Often, we hold tension here without knowing it. Imagine a warm, thick oil like warm lavender or chamomile being poured gently onto the crown of your head. Feel it spreading, slow and coating. It soothes the skin. It relaxes the tiny muscles around your hairline. Let that warmth drift down into your forehead, the center of your thinking, the place where you knit your brows when you are trying to solve a problem. Smooth it out. Imagine a cool, damp cloth wiping away the lines of concentration. There is nothing to figure out right now. The puzzle is put away. Drift down to your eyes. Those faithful watchers. They have taken in so many images today. Screens, faces, traffic, words. Let them sink back into their sockets. Let the eyelids be heavy curtains drawn shut against the world. Soften the tiny micro muscles in the corners of your eyes. Let's begin with your jaw. Allow your jaw to unclench. Create a little space between your teeth. Let the hinge loosen. We hold so many unspoken words here. So much determination. Let it go. Let your tongue rest softly from the roof of your mouth. Let it fall to the floor of your mouth, wide and soft. When the tongue softens, the internal monologue quiets down. Feel the cheeks soften. Feel the skin of your face settle. You don't have to wear a specific expression right now. You don't have to look interested or capable or happy or serious. You can just be blank. A blank canvas resting in the dark. Now, bring your awareness to your shoulders. Feel them soften, dropping down away from your ears. These are the carriers. They carry the bag, the child, the responsibility, the shoulds, letting go of the day's armor. That feeling of steering, of holding, just let it melt. Imagine the heavy coat of responsibility slipping off your shoulders, sliding down your arms, and falling to the floor. You are not a soldier tonight. You are a sleeper. Let the wave of relaxation wash down your upper arms, past the elbows, into the forearms, into the wrists. Now let your hands soften. Uncurl your fingers. Feel the energy drain from your palms. Your hands, which have been doing and holding and fixing all day, can now simply be. They can rest. Think of all the things your hands touched today. Keys, door handles, steering wheels, cups, keyboards, loved ones. Now they touch nothing but the soft sheets. They are open. Open hands cannot hold on to worries. Open hands can only receive rest. Let your awareness drift into your chest, your heart center. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your ribcage, expanding, contracting, like the gills of a resting fish. There is a protective shield around your heart that you keep up during the day. Imagine taking that shield down, placing it on the nightstand. Your heart is safe here. It can beat slowly. It can beat softly. Move down to the solar plexus, the stomach, the gut. This is where we hold our intuition, but also our anxiety, the knots. Imagine the warm golden light of the lighthouse beam shining directly into your stomach, warming it, soothing it, untying the knots one by one. There is nothing to digest right now, no news to process, no emotions to analyze. Just soft, warm, liquid peace. Let the relaxation flow into your hips, the heavy basin of the pelvis. Let your hips sink deeper into the mattress. These large joints allow you to walk through the world. Now they are still. There is nowhere to go. You have arrived. Down into the thighs, the hamstrings, the quadriceps, large, strong muscles that work so hard. Feel them disengage. Feel them turning to liquid lead, heavy, warm, asleep. Past the knees, into the calves, and finally down to your feet. Those faithful travelers, think of the miles they walked today. The standing, the rushing, the waiting. Focus on your ankles, your heels, the arches of your feet, the toes. Imagine a wave of warm seawater washing over your feet, covering them in comfort. Your feet are off duty. They don't need to balance you anymore. They don't need to take another step. Your whole body is heavy, sinking into the earth. You are a stone on the riverbed. The water rushes over you, but you do not move. You are settled. You are grounded. Imagine the steady light at the edge of the water. It is calm. It is constant. It is never asking you to move faster. It is simply there, holding its place. You are safe. The light knows exactly where you are. Even in the dark, even with your eyes closed, you are located. You are found. Before we begin our walk to the lighthouse, let us set a quiet intention for this night. A gentle prayer of release. For the overthinking mind, you can whisper this in your mind or just let the words wash over you like a blessing. Keeper of light, stay near. The day was long and my mind is noisy, but the night is yours. When my eyes grow tired, keep watch for me. I surrender the helm. I step away from the wheel. Let your calm find my restless places. Let the night itself become a prayer. Cover me with the blanket of the fog. Quiet me with the rhythm of the sea. Amen. The traveler arrived at the bluff just as the fog began to roll in. Let's imagine the journey she took to get here. It is the same journey your mind is taking right now. Moving away from the center of things, out toward the quiet edge. She had been driving for hours. The car was a small, warm capsule moving through the twilight. Inside, the dashboard lights glowed with a soft, artificial green. Outside, the world was blurring by. Trees, power lines, houses, towns, all rushing past in a stream of colors and shapes. Her mind was replaying the day, the week. You know that feeling. The engine of the car is humming, but the engine of the mind is racing faster. The thoughts circled and circled. A restless inner tide that would not settle. She thought about the conversation she had, the emails she hadn't sent, the list of tasks that seemed to grow, even as she crossed things off. She felt the familiar ache of steering her life, that subtle, constant tension in the shoulders, the tightness in the jaw, the feeling that if she let go of the wheel, even for a second, everything would drift off course. Trying to anticipate everything and control what she could not. But as she drove, the road began to change. The highway turned into a 2-lane road. The 2-lane road turned into a winding coastal route. The pavement became older, rougher. The trees fell away, replaced by low, scrubby bushes that knew how to survive the salt wind. The car climbed higher, up the side of the bluff. The air outside the windows grew darker, not just from the night, but from the heaviness of the mist. Finally, the road ended. There was nowhere left to drive. Just a small gravel turnoff, a wooden fence, and beyond that, the great open nothingness. She stopped the car. She put it in park. She turned the key. The engine stopped. Click. The silence rushed in to fill the space. No hum, no vibration, just the ticking of the cooling metal. She sat there for a moment, hands still on the wheel. It takes a moment for the body to realize it has stopped moving. You can stop moving now too. The journey is over. You have arrived. She opened the door and stepped out. The air was cool and damp and smelled of salt and iron. Take a breath and imagine that smell. It is not the smell of the city with its exhaust and dust. It is the smell of the depths. Clean, sharp, ancient. It smells of wet stones and drying kelp. It clears the head instantly. It was a relief. A shock of cold air against warm skin. She pulled her coat tighter, wrapping the heavy wool around her. There is something so comforting about a heavy coat on a cold night. It is a boundary, a layer of protection, a hug you give to yourself. She began to walk. The path to the lighthouse was narrow, lined with tall, dry seagrass. Can you see the grass in your mind? It is the color of wheat, bleached by the sun and the salt. It stands tall, waist high on either side of the sandy path. It whispered against her legs as she passed. Swish, swish, swish. A soft, rhythmic shushing. It sounded like the sea itself. Like the earth was saying, hush, hush, hush. Each step felt slower, heavier, softer. She was leaving the pavement behind. She was walking on the earth now. The ground beneath her feet was solid, cool. It was a mix of packed sand and small, smooth stones. She could feel the texture of it through the soles of her boots. She focused on the feeling of it. One foot and then the next. This is the only thing you have to do right now. Put one foot in front of the other. You don't have to run. You don't have to skip. You just have to walk. The fog was thick now. A soft gray blanket. It wasn't a scary fog. It was a gentle one. A privacy curtain drawn around the world. It muted all sound. The distant hum of the highway was gone. The sound of her own footsteps was dampened. The world felt like it had been wrapped in cotton. There were no sharp edges anymore. No distinct horizons. The sky and the land and the sea had all melted into one soft gray embrace. In this fog, you don't need to see far ahead. You only need to see the next step. And the next step is safe. The only things that could cut through the quiet were the two great sounds of the night. The first was the sea. It was not a crash, but a long, slow sigh. A deep, patient breath. The sound of the wave rolling in and the sound of the wave pulling back. It was the sound of something ancient and steady and unhurried. It had been doing this for all of time. It was not worried. It was not rushing. The second sound was the bell buoy, far out in the mist. A low, gentle chime. A single note. Bong, that sounded every 6 or 8 seconds. It was not an alarm, it was a reassurance. A single, steady point of sound in the great, wide quiet. Bong. It was the sound of guidance. And then she saw it. The light. She had reached the end of the path at a dark iron railing overlooking the sea. And above her, to her left, the great lighthouse. She could not see the top of it in the fog, but she could see its work. The light above turned in its slow, perfect rhythm. A great golden beam that swept across the mist, illuminating the fog in a soft, hazy gold. and then darkness, and then gold, and then darkness. The traveler stood, her hands on the cool, damp railing. She watched the light. She listened to the sea, and she waited for the bell. Bong. Her mind was still trying to circle, trying to solve tomorrow, trying to fix yesterday. The what ifs, the if onlys, the lists, the fears. She felt the old familiar tightness, the need to steer. But the lighthouse, it just kept turning. It was not striving. It was not anxious. It did not worry if the fog was too thick. It did not worry if the ships were listening. It had one job: to hold its place and to send its signal. It just shone. She watched the great golden beam wheel across the water. It did not ask her to do anything. It did not demand she had the answers. It simply was. A steady presence, a reliable promise. I am here. The bell buoy called again. Bong. Faint and low. It was not trying to be louder than the waves. It was not afraid of being missed. It just held its position and sounded its note. The traveler let out a breath she had been holding. She felt the tension in her jaw begin to soften. She felt her shoulders begin to release. The sea breathed out. Shh. And she breathed with it. She was so small, standing here on the edge of the great dark ocean. Her worries, which had felt so enormous in the car, now seemed small when measured against the vast, breathing sea and the great, patient light. The light turned. The bell sounded. The sea sighed. And nothing was asked of her. She was just there, a witness. And in her stillness, she began to feel something new. She began to feel held by the deep, steady rhythm of the night. She was not in control. She did not have to be. Something else was in charge. A guidance, a presence, a peace that was far older and wiser than her circling thoughts. The fog was thick. She could not see the water. She could not see the stars. But she could hear the bell. And she could see the light. She didn't need to see the whole path. She just needed to know that the guidance was there. The light keeps its watch. You can resign now. You can hand in your badge. You are not the general of the universe tonight. You are not the CEO of the world. You are just a soul in a body needing rest. The traveler reached into the deep pocket of her wool coat. Her hand felt warm and safe inside the lining. Her fingers brushed against the fabric and then found what she was looking for. A small, folded piece of paper. It was worn at the creases, soft, almost like fabric itself. It felt like it had been folded and unfolded and refolded many times. She ran her thumb over the edge of it. You know this note. You have one too. Maybe it's in your pocket. Maybe it's on your nightstand. Maybe it's just written on the walls of your mind. It is the list of things you are trying to control. It is the list of things you are afraid to forget. It is the ledger of your not enoughness. The traveler pulled it out. The paper was stark white against the dark night. She opened it slowly, carefully. The damp sea air immediately touched the paper, softening it. She could not see the words clearly in the dark, but she did not need to. She knew them by heart. They were the names of the burdens she had carried up the hill. She held the paper up, not to read it, but to offer it, to show it to the lighthouse, to show it to the sea. Here, she seemed to say, this is what I am carrying. It is too heavy. She decided to speak them, to give them a voice, so that the wind could take them away, one by one, letting each one go on her breath. She looked at the first invisible line on the paper. Unfinished plans, she whispered, and she saw in her mind her desk, the glowing screens, the open tabs, the list of tasks that were half done, the emails waiting for replies, the projects that needed more, the heavy weight of not being done, the feeling that she was behind. She felt the tightness in her chest that comes with the word unfinished. But then she looked at the sea. The sea is never done. The waves are never finished. They just are. She took a deep breath in, gathering up all the urgency, all the rush, and she breathed it out toward the water. The wave pulled back. Shh. And she let the thought go with it. It's okay to be unfinished. The day is over. The work will wait. You cannot build the house tonight. Bong. The bell confirmed it. It is done. She looked at the next line on her mental list. The replaying of the past, she whispered. The what ifs, the if onlys. The scenes from yesterday or last year or 10 years ago that play on a loop in her mind. The old conversations where she wishes she had said something different. The mistakes she tries to fix by thinking about them over and over. The deep, worn grooves of regret. She felt the heaviness of the past, like a stone in her pocket. But the lighthouse beam swept over her, gold, then dark. The light does not look backward. The light only shines on what is here, right now. The beam cannot illuminate yesterday. She realized she could not fix the past by worrying about it. She took a deep breath in, gathering up the ghosts of the past, and she exhaled them into the fog. The wave pulled back, washing the sand clean, erasing the footprints of yesterday. It is gone. You are here. Bong! The bell confirmed it. It is forgiven. She looked further down the list. This one was harder. The worry for others, she whispered. The people she loved. Her children, her partner, her friends. The desire to protect them, to fix their problems, to steer their ships for them. The fear that if she stopped worrying, they would be lost. She felt the ache of love in her heart. The sharp, sweet pain of caring so much. She looked at the vast, dark ocean. It was big enough to hold every ship. I cannot be their lighthouse, she realized. I am just another ship. She cannot breathe for them. She cannot live for them. She has to trust them to the great tide, to the light that watches everyone. Keep them, she whispered to the sky. Watch them for me while I sleep. She took a shaky breath in, holding all the people she loved, and she breathed out, releasing her grip on them, not releasing her love, just releasing her grip. The wave pulled back, rocking the ocean. They are held. You don't have to hold them right now. Bong! The bell confirmed it. They are safe. One last thing on the list, written at the very bottom. The fear of the future, she whispered. The fear of the fog, the fear of not knowing what is coming, the fear of missing the signal, the frantic search for a map, the need to know exactly how it all turns out. She looked at the fog. It was thick. She couldn't see 5 feet in front of her, but she was standing on solid ground. She realized then the light was never asking her to run. It was not asking her to predict the sunrise. It was reminding her that she was already seen. The bell was not telling her where to go. It was telling her, I am here. I am steady. I am guided even when I can't see the shore. She took a deep breath in, gathering up all the fear of the unknown, and she let it go into the dark. The wave pulled back. Shh. You don't need to know the future. You just need to know you are kept. Bong. The bell confirmed it. You are guided. She looked at the paper one last time. It was just paper now. Just wood pulp and old ink. It held no power over her. The list was empty. The words had been spoken. The energy had been spent. She let her hand open. She moved her hand out over the railing, over the dark drop to the water below. She let the paper, the list, the weight loosen from her fingers. She did not throw it. There was no violence in it. She simply released it. She opened her fingers. The wind caught it immediately. It fluttered, white against the gray fog, like a small bird taking flight. It tumbled once, twice, catching the updraft, and then it drifted down, 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 into the dark. She watched it go until it was swallowed by the mist. She listened. The next wave rolled in. Fuss. And it was gone. The sea had taken it. Taken the plans. Taken the regrets. Taken the worry. Taken the fear. The sea did not judge the list. It did not ask why she had carried it so long. It simply received. The salt water would dissolve the ink. The paper would return to its elemental self. It was finished. The bell buoy sounded again. Bong. A note of finality, of peace. The transaction was complete. The traveler stood, her hand now empty. She brought her hand back to her side. She wiggled her fingers. They felt light. She felt spacious, empty, but in a good way. A clean emptiness, like a room that has been swept and aired out. The circling had stopped. The noise had stopped. There was only the rhythm. The light keeps its watch. She is empty of worry and ready to be filled with rest. As if in response to her release, the world shifted. The air, which had been so thick with mist, began to thin. It didn't happen all at once. It happened slowly, like a deep breath being exhaled. The gray curtain lifted. The fog did not flee. It simply dissolved, like a worry that has finally been seen and let go. And as the fog thinned, the moon appeared. First, it was just a glow behind the clouds, then a defined shape, a pale silver coin, high above the water, casting a soft, gentle light. It was full. It was bright. It was watching. The moon has seen every night since the beginning of the world. It is not surprised by your darkness. It is not intimidated by your night. It simply shines. The sea, which had been dark and restless, became glass. A deep, dark, peaceful mirror reflecting the new light of the moon. The waves seemed to smooth out. They were no longer crashing. They were lapping. Lap, hush, lap, hush. A lullaby rhythm. The water was shimmering now. A vast expanse of indigo and silver. Deep, cool, quiet. The great beam of the lighthouse was now clear and sharp. It no longer had to fight the fog. It cut through the night air with perfect clarity. And when it swept across the water, it traced a golden path, a road of light that seemed to stretch from the horizon all the way to the traveler's feet. A bridge of gold over the water. It reminded her that there is always a path home. Even when you cannot see it, the light makes the road as it goes. You don't need to build the road. You just need to walk it. The traveler felt a pull, not to the railing, but to the lighthouse itself. She turned away from the water. She walked over the cool, damp stones. She approached the base of the great white tower. It was massive, solid, immovable. She sat down at the foot of the tower, on a wooden bench that circled the base. She leaned her back against the white bricks. She was surprised. The stones were warm. Even though the air was cool, even though the wind was damp, the stones held a deep, radiating heat. They were holding the stored, gentle heat of the day's sun. The lighthouse had absorbed the sunlight all day long, just so it could offer it to her now in the middle of the night. She leaned into that warmth. She let her shoulder blades settle against the solid wall. She let her spine align with the spine of the tower. Feel that warmth now. Imagine it pressing against your own back. A solid, supportive warmth. The lighthouse is a strong, reliable spine. It is holding you up so you don't have to hold yourself up. You can slump. You can soften. The tower will not move. It is keeping you in this deep, profound quiet. Something inside her finally settled. The need to strive softened. The fear of drifting faded. She was not drifting alone in the dark. She was anchored. She was not wandering. She was being held. She looked up, past the lantern room, past the turning beam, into the sky itself. With the fog gone, the curtain was pulled back completely. The sky was a velvet canopy, dusted with diamonds. The stars, thousands of them, the ancient watch. She saw the great constellations. The hunter, the great bear, the seven sisters. They were pinned in the sky exactly where they had been for thousands of years. They were the navigation map for sailors long before this lighthouse was built. They were the guidance before there was guidance. They sparkled with a cold, clear certainty. She realized the universe is a clock that never stops winding. The stars are turning overhead. The earth is spinning on its axis. The moon is pulling the tide. The seasons are changing. All of this is happening right now without her help. She does not have to push the river. She does not have to pull the sun up in the morning. She does not have to keep the planets in orbit. It is all being done for her. The machinery of the cosmos is working perfectly. It is quiet. It is efficient. It is faithful. You are part of this system, but you are not the operator. You are the passenger. You can sleep now. The captain has the wheel. The course is set. The stars are fixed. Nothing will fall while you rest. The world will be there when you wake up. The great light above her turned once more. Gold across the water, and she understood. She looked at the beam. It did not try to be the sea. It did not try to be the bell. It only had to be the light. And the bell, bong. It did not try to be the light. It only had to be the sound. And the sea, it just held everything. She had been trying to be all of them. She had been trying to be the light for her family, the warning bell for her friends, the ocean holding everyone's problems. No wonder she was tired. But tonight, she was just the traveler. Her job was simply to be, to trust, to rest. She was kept, even while unfinished. She was guided, even when she felt lost. The light does not go out just because she closes her eyes. Her striving, her worrying, her overthinking was not what kept the light on. The light is powered by something else, something bigger. It was never her job to steer the ship. It was never her job to part the fog. It was never her job to sound the bell. She closed her eyes. She listened to the rhythm, the deep breath of the ocean. the steady heartbeat of the bell. Bong. The silent sweep of the light. She felt the warmth of the stone at her back. She felt the cool air on her face. She was safe. She was right where she was supposed to be. To know that the guidance never sleeps. The light keeps its watch. Gold. Darkness. The light keeps its watch. Your eyes are heavy now. So heavy. The lids feel like soft, heavy velvet. It would be too much effort to open them. You are sinking deeper into the warmth, deeper into the support. The body is asleep. The mind is drifting out onto the calm, glass-like sea. There are no storms here, only the gentle rocking motion of the deep, rocking and drifting, rocking and drifting. You are floating in the care of the night. The stars are watching over you. The lighthouse is watching over you. The bell is singing to you. You don't have to look for the shore. The shore knows where you are. Receive this final blessing as you drift into the deep. You are safe. You are forgiven. Whatever you did today, it is enough. Whatever you didn't do today, it is forgiven. You are already enough. You don't need to do more to be worthy of rest. Rest is not a reward. Rest is a right. You are a child of the universe, and it is time to sleep. Sleep in peace. I'll watch the light with you until morning. I will stay here by the warm stones. I will keep the vigil. You can go, drift, dream, sleep. You've been listening to Soul Signal Sleep Stories. May peace find you tonight.